you so much for joining me today for the first December Daily 2016 video. So I decided to once again do my December Daily album this year. I've been doing it for a number of years. Last year I haven't managed to finish it, to be honest with you, but I'm hoping that this year I should be able to. And so what I am going to be showing you today is the intention page as well as day one. And my plan is to be posting a video every day. So, there will be one video every day, and it would either include 1 or 2 days and until December 25th. And the products, sorry, I'm just thinking one of it. The main list of products, so I'm going to be using December Daily kit from Aliwitz, the main kit only. I didn't order any of her mini kits, and so I'm going to be using the main kit as well. I'm going to be supplementing with the ones from previous years as well, and also the, as per usual, Hip Kit Club's scrapbook kit, and the one I'm going to be using will be from November 2016, as well as the Felicity Jane kit as well from November 2016 called Oh Dear. Now, let's get started. The first thing I am going to do is I am going to use this acetate piece, so the transparency, which comes with the main kit. And I am going to be supplementing that with this rubber piece that says Be Joyful, and that one is actually from the last year's December Daily kit from Aliwitz as well. And I am using this kind of, I think it's not vellum, it's the kind of transparency, kind of plasticky piece of that tree there, which comes with the main kit. Now, what I am going to use to attach that rubber piece is just the red line tape. Now, I've heard from Ali's video that if you were to use other kind of glue dots and those kind of things, you might get, I think, chemical reactions or something that would mean that it won't work as well. So she suggests to use red line tape, and that's what I'm using there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this tree down. And because I'm adhering onto transparency piece, I could use a Xeron machine. I don't think it works as well. The way I'm doing it is just using some glossy accent. I put a bit on my finger and then just rub at the back of it, and just kind of making sure that there's no kind of big blob that goes, that's on it. And it's been working really well. Looking at it now, you can't see the glue at all, actually. Yeah, and I think it works much better than using a Xeron machine, because sometimes I still think you can see the adhesive using a Xeron machine. Now, the next thing I'm doing here is I'm working on my reason why, so my intention page, and I decided to use print it out from my printer. So I typed it up and printed it out just on a white caster. I'm also using the digital file which you can download from Aliwitz website. It's the same one as the one she kind of gave out last year, I think. It's free. So I used Photoshop to put that on. Just in case some of you, if you're interested in me doing a tutorial on that, just let me know. I can easily whip that up. And so I am at the back of my reason why page. I am going to be doing a day one, so that's a photo of day one. And for day one, I am going to be talking about, I guess, reflections of the year. I had one of those years that is kind of, up and down and up, really. And so kind of just thoughts of the year, what I'm thankful for, and those kind of things. And so I printed the photo just from my print at home, and with the My Reason Why page, so I'm kind of swapping it back and forth there. But with the My Reason Why page, I decided to map that with a piece of pen paper. It's actually a 6x8 pen paper from the Aliwitz main kit. and I'm just adhering that down using my wrong adhesive, and that I'm actually going to adhere something at the bottom there. Yep, and so I'm using this wooden piece, kind of a reindeer's head, and that piece comes from the Felicity Jane Oh Dear kit from November 2016. So one of the antlers broke, and so I decided to just use it anyway, and I'm just kind of piecing that back together using, and I'm adhering that down using glossy accent. And it worked really well, to be honest with you. Looking at now quite closely, you can't see it's been broken off. So for some of you who, it might have got broken in transit or anything like that, fear not, you can still use it, and just use some liquid glue to kind of just make sure that it's kind of budge up together really well. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this plastic piece. It says Blessings, and it is from the Felicity Jane kit as well. Now, I am going to be adding some sequins and some embellishments just above that word Blessings. And I am going to use these sequins. So they're massive. They're quite like, they're star sequins, but they're quite big. So not like some that are, quite small. These are relatively big. So I'm just adhering that down using some glossy accent there. And now I'm just kind of putting that back into the pocket. I was having a little bit of difficulty putting that into a pocket, largely because the word Blessings there, it's actually, it's 3 inches wide, but I think it was because it's so thick, I was just having a bit of difficulty kind of inserting that into the pocket. So I had to really quite slowly, and I mean, seeing it now, I think the pocket itself was a little bit stretched because of it. So yeah, if I were to do it again, I probably would not adhere that way. I might just adhere it, diagonally or on an angle somehow. But it went in, so that's all good. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to use these this 2x2 pocket page, which I will be using as part of day number 1 as well. Now, because day number 1, I want to scrap about, reflections and, story, recapping, summary of the year, and just kind of good times that we had. So essentially just pick out a bunch of photos, and they're not from December. Well, many of them are not from December, and just my favorite photos. And then I printed out using the pick frame app from using my phone, and then using a selfie printer to print that out. Now I am using this acetate piece, which is from the die cut piece, which is from the Aluette's main kit, and also this ribbon here, which is also from her main kit as well. So I use the crocodile to punch a hole there, and then trying to thread through the ribbon there on the top, just trying to get that in and tie a knot there. I think I was having a bit of a difficulty. For some reason, I tried to use the tiny attacher to staple the ribbon down. I couldn't really get it through for some reason. I'm not sure it was too thick or my tiny attacher just wasn't working as well. I decided to just tie a knot and left it that way, so that's absolutely fine. Now, I'm also using that badge there, which is from the Felicity Jane kit, down at the bottom right there. And when I turn off the camera, I decided, because I adhered that badge down using the glue dots, and it didn't look that great at the back, so I decided to adhere another one just outside the pocket using some red line tapes there. The next thing I am doing here is I'm using this stamp, which is from the Felicity Jane. So this one is actually from October 2016 kit, and I'm just using a really small star that comes in the stamp set. To be honest with you, any other star stamps would be fine too. What I am doing here is trying to create a pattern onto that number 1 chipboard piece, which is from the main kit, and the ink is actually from Elliott's store as well. It's actually called Pendleton Crafters Ink. I am adding that piece of chipboard, which has that Santa chipboard there. I got that from her website, so it's sold separately, and so I'm just hearing that down. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to add some sequins into one of the pockets, and I'm just mixing the ones from Elliott's main kit as well as the Felicity Jane kit as well, which comes in that little plastic tube, which is really cool. And the next thing I'm going to do here is I am going to use a fuse tool to seal the plastic pocket there. And to be honest with you, I had a bit of difficulty trying to seal that down. There's a chance that I didn't leave it to heat up long enough, and I was just trying to seal it a number of times, and the other day when I look at it again, I don't think it's sealed very well, so I might have to try to reseal it again. I decided to buy a mat that's specifically for it as well. Not the one I'm using there. The glass mat there you're seeing is actually for, I think it's for something else, like a circle cutter or something. But you can get a mat specifically for the fuse, and then it has a holder, which means that you don't have to worry about the hot tool going everywhere, etc. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here is I am going to use this tag, which is from the main kit from Elliott's, and I'm just going to jot down some small journaling, just really quite short. What did I say? I said something, well, I think it was just, so what did I say? Oops, sorry. I said, our wonderful 2016 spending time together, and I love our adventures, etc. So now, the next thing, so I'm just adhering that badge down. As I said before, I decided to, after I turn off the camera, to add another one, which is also from the Felicity Jane kit as well, at the back of that badge. Just mainly because I didn't really like the look of the glue dot showing that much. And now I am using 2 of these chipboard stars, stack them together, and put that into a pocket there. Now, what am I doing next? The next thing I am going to do is I'm going to pull out this ticket piece, which is from the kit as well. Now, the next thing I am going to do is I want to create just a 2x2 piece from one of these pen papers. I decided to use this one here, which is also from the main kit. So I'm just using, trimming it out by hand. It's relatively easy, partly because there are a bunch of lines at the back, so you can just kind of follow that. And the next thing we do here is I'm just going to add some word phrase stickers. I'm adding 3, just picking out the ones that I think are most appropriate. I use the ones that's peace and joy, celebrate this, story. And I'm adding 3 there. And I'll put that into that top right pocket. Now, I am planning to use this ticket here, but when I pull it out to do when I pull it out previously, the sticky tape that was on it to hold the piece together was, I think it was really quite low quality. So when you pull it out, it peeled part of the ticket out. So I decided to use a sequin, just add that on the side there and just cover it up, and then I stapled that down using my tiny net attacher. So the other side would say joy, which is also from that roll of tickets as well. And what am I doing for the top left? The top left, I'm just looking through a bunch of stuff in my stash, thinking about it, and I'll end up with one of these rubber pieces, these round rubber pieces, and I will use the red line tape to adhere that down based on Ali's recommendation. So, and the next thing I believe I'm going to be getting another piece of pen paper to adhere behind that piece there. So I'm using the same one as I use for the intention page, so my reason why page, and I'm just kind of cutting that out and then adhering that piece down. And once that's done, I believe that is it for day 1 and the intention page. I'm just going to adhere that down. That is it, you guys. Here's some close up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And as I said before, I'll be posting another video tomorrow, and that's only my intention. I haven't finished all the videos, so I'm hoping that I can keep this schedule all the way. But you know, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. See ya, bye!